Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Weekly B&B spoilers. Deacon and Finn rejoice for Sheila, while Steffy and Lai freak out. It's going to be a shocking week for many in Los Angeles. For the week of April 6, 10 on The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers tease that it's all about Sheila Carter. Her son Finn and her big daddy, Deacon, are overjoyed that Sheila is alive. They believe that Sheila is a changed woman and is worthy of a second chance. Steffy can't believe that Finn is thrilled that his biological mother is alive. Finn's real mom, Dr. Liv Finnegan, must face her nemesis, Sheila, once again. It's sure to be a surprising and dramatic week. Deacon, Sean Kanan, and Finn, Tanner Novlin, are ecstatic to have Sheila, Kimberlyn Brown, back, believing she deserves a second chance. Meanwhile, why is Finn believing Sheila's story? Liam, Scott Clifton, gets closer to Steffy, Jacqueline Matins-Wood, over her concerns about Finn. Find out why Scott Clifton finally submitted an Emmy reel this year. Deacon wants to take the next step in his relationship with Sheila. Hence, does this mean wedding bells for Deacon and Sheila? Steffy is horrified by Finn's happy news that Sheila is alive. Read how shocked Kimberlyn Brown herself was to find out Sheila didn't die. Friday, May 10, episode 9269. Lai, Naomi Matsuda, comes face to face with her archenemy, Sheila Carter. Remember why Lai is so traumatized by Sheila. The best place for true soap fans to be is our Facebook groups. Have you joined? If you love soap spoilers, gossip, and fans as dedicated as yourself, check out Days of Our Lives fans, General Hospital exclusive, The Young and the Restless fans, and The Bold and the Beautiful fans. As the sun dipped behind the rolling hills of Los Angeles, casting a warm golden glow over the city, the drama at the Forrester Mansion was reaching its peak. In the luxurious living room, adorned with elegant furniture and exquisite artwork, tension crackled like static electricity in the air. Deacon Sharp, a ruggedly handsome man with a troubled past, stood tall, his expression a mix of disbelief and joy. Across from him, Finn Thompson, the dashing doctor with a heart of gold, wore a wide grin that mirrored Deacon's own. The reason for their jubilation? The unexpected return of Sheila Carter, a woman whose name alone was enough to send shivers down the spines of many in Los Angeles. Sheila, infamous for her manipulative ways and penchant for chaos, had seemingly turned over a new leaf. Her presence had sent shockwaves through the Forrester family, especially Steffy and Lai, who were currently pacing the room with furrowed brows and clenched fists. "I can't believe this," Steffy muttered under her breath, her voice trembling with anger. "Sheila has caused nothing but trouble for our family. Why would Dad welcome her back with open arms?" Lai, ever the voice of reason, placed a comforting hand on Steffy's shoulder. "I don't know, honey," she replied, her usually calm demeanor tinged with worry. "But we need to stay calm and figure out our next move. We can't let Sheila tear our family apart again." Meanwhile, Deacon and Finn exchanged a knowing glance, their smiles widening as they shared a silent understanding. For them, Sheila's return was a chance for redemption, an opportunity to prove that even the most troubled souls could find forgiveness and redemption. "Sheila deserves a second chance," Deacon declared, his voice firm with conviction. "We've all made mistakes in the past, but it's what we do now that matters, and I, for one, am willing to give her the benefit of the doubt." Finn nodded in agreement, his eyes shining with sincerity. "I've seen firsthand how people can change," he said, his gaze lingering on Steffy and Lai. "And if Sheila is truly committed to turning her life around, then who are we to stand in her way?" Steffy's jaw dropped in disbelief, her eyes darting between Deacon and Finn. "Are you serious?" she exclaimed, her voice rising with incredulity. "After everything Sheila has done, you're just going to welcome her back with open arms?" Deacon stepped forward, his expression softening with empathy. "Steffy, I understand why you're upset," he said gently, "but sometimes forgiveness is the only way to move forward. Holding on to anger and resentment will only poison your own heart." Steffy opened her mouth to argue, but Lai placed a calming hand on her arm, urging her to listen. "It's right, Steffy," she said, her voice steady with wisdom. "We may not agree with Sheila's past actions, but we can't change them. All we can control is how we choose to respond in the present." As Steffy struggled to process her parents' words, the sound of footsteps echoed through the room, signaling Sheila's arrival. She entered with a tentative smile, her eyes brimming with hope and uncertainty. "I hope I'm not intruding," Sheila said softly, her voice tinged with apprehension. "I just wanted to thank you all for giving me another chance. I know I don't deserve it, but I promise to do everything in my power to make amends for the pain I've caused." Steffi's jaw tightened as she glared at Sheila, her fists clenched at her sides. But then, slowly, almost imperceptibly, her expression softened, replaced by a flicker of reluctant acceptance. "Fine," she said through gritted teeth, her voice laced with resignation. "But don't think for a second that I trust you, Sheila. You may have fooled everyone else, but I'm not so easily swayed." Sheila nodded, her smile faltering slightly at Steffi's icy demeanor. But beneath the uncertainty there was a glimmer of determination, a steely resolve to prove her doubters wrong. "I understand," she said quietly, her gaze meeting Steffi's with unwavering sincerity. "And I don't expect your forgiveness overnight. But I hope that in time you'll come to see that people can change, no matter how unlikely it may seem." With that, Sheila turned and left the room, leaving behind a palpable tension that hung in the air like a heavy fog. Steffi watched her go, her mind racing with conflicting emotions as she grappled with the implications of Sheila's return. As the sun dipped lower on the horizon, casting long shadows across the Forrester mansion, one thing was certain. The return of Sheila Carter had sent shockwaves through the Forrester family, leaving them all to wonder what the future held for them all. In the picturesque town of Los Angeles, where the sun often kisses the shores and secrets are as abundant as the grains of sand on its beaches, the drama at the Forrester mansion and surrounding locales never seems to wane. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, emotions run high, alliances shift, and unexpected alliances form, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. As the week kicks off, Deacon Sharp finds himself in an unexpected position. For years, he's been the black sheep of the Forrester family, known more for his checkered past than his redeeming qualities. But when Sheila Carter, the notorious troublemaker, returns to town, Deacon's world is turned upside down. Despite their tumultuous history, Deacon finds himself drawn to Sheila once again. Perhaps it's the familiarity of their shared darkness, or the allure of forbidden love, but Deacon can't deny the spark between them. Meanwhile, at the Forrester mansion, tensions are running high as Steffy Forrester and Dr. Finnegan grapple with the news of Sheila's return. Steffy, who has had her fair share of run-ins with Sheila in the past, is understandably wary of her reappearance. She knows all too well the chaos Sheila can bring into their lives, and she's determined to protect her family at all costs. But as much as Steffy tries to remain stoic, fear gnaws at her insides, threatening to unravel her carefully constructed facade. On the other hand, Finnegan, ever the voice of reason, tries to keep a level head amidst the chaos. As a psychiatrist, she understands the complexities of human nature better than most, but even she struggles to make sense of Sheila's return. Knows that Sheila's presence could spell trouble for her budding relationship with Steffy's father, Dr. John Finnegan, but she's willing to fight for their love, no matter the cost. As the week progresses, Deacon and Finn find themselves united in an unlikely alliance. Both men have a complicated history with Sheila, but they're willing to put their differences aside for the greater good. Deacon, who has always been a bit of a wild card, surprises everyone with his newfound sense of responsibility. He knows that Sheila's return could spell disaster for those he cares about, and he's determined to stop her before it's too late. Meanwhile, Steffy and Lai's fears continue to mount as Sheila makes her presence known in Los Angeles. Despite their best efforts to keep her at bay, Sheila proves to be a formidable opponent, always one step ahead of them. Steffy, who has never been one to back down from a fight, finds herself pushed to her limits as she battles to protect her family from Sheila's wrath.